me for this morning's yoga practice. My name is Sade, and I'll be guiding you through a 30-minute morning yoga practice. As always, I suggest grabbing onto a strap or a belt, something to help you and deepen the stretch, and also a block, or if you don't have a block, you can also use a stack of books or something that can give you leverage. We will be using the block today, so if you want to reach for something now, take that time to do so. Right now, I'm actually sitting on a block to help me support the hips. So you can join me in a comfortable seated position. We're going to get started. You can bring yourself in cross-legged easy pose, facing your palms down or up, wherever you feel comfortable this morning, and slowly closing your eyes. We're going to bring awareness to the body and to the breath. Making sure your back is up nice and tall. Allowing the lungs all the oxygen it needs. Taking this time to check in with the body. I always like to start off with a quick body scan. This time starting from the toes, working your way up through the body. From the toes to the ankles, shins, calves, knees, hamstrings, quads, hips, lower back, belly, spine, chest, shoulders, elbows, forearms, wrists, fingertips, biceps, neck, chin, cheeks, nose, eyes, forehead, until you reach the top of the crown. Just noticing how the body feels without any judgment, any tight spaces, any tension. Now bringing your awareness to the breath. Placing your right hand on your belly, left hand over your heart. We're going to take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Start by releasing all the oxygen from the lungs. And taking a nice deep breath in. Holding at the top and release. 2 more times, nice deep breath in. Holding at the top and release. Make this final deep breath as deep as you possibly can. Nice deep inhale. Holding at the top and exhale. Noticing how it feels, coming back to that normal breath. Releasing both hands. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your chin towards your chest. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. And on the next deep breath in, bring your head back, Reaching your chin toward the sky. Bringing your head back to neutral position. Turning to your left shoulder. Taking a nice deep breath. Now bringing that chin towards the right shoulder. Nice deep breath in. Exhale once you reach that shoulder. Coming back to center. Inhale, bringing those shoulders up towards the ears and rotate the shoulders back. 2 more times. Inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, rotate the shoulders back. 1 final time. Inhale, bring those shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, rotate those shoulders back. If your eyes are closed, slowly begin to open them as we get started in our practice. So you can move your props out the way and to the side. We're going to start on all fours. We're going to inhale, bringing our gaze toward the sky, dropping that belly in our cat-cow. Exhale, tuck the chin, curl the spine. Nice deep breath in, inhale. Bringing your gaze toward the sky again. Exhale, curling the spine, tucking the chin. 1 more time, inhale, nice deep breath. Exhale. Come back to neutral position. You're going to tuck the toes here. We're going to lift the hips up toward the sky, keeping the knees nice and bent here. Paddle 1 foot at a time. Nice deep breaths here. It's okay if your heels don't reach the mat. This morning is early, might feel a little tight, a little stiff. I'm going to slowly begin to walk toward the top of our mat. In our first forward fold, feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, slowly begin to rise. And as always, you can have modifications. Your hamstrings are still tight. Bring the hands together, hands at heart center. You can always keep a nice little bend in the knee. We're going to exhale, releasing both arms, and then lifting them back up towards the center. Exhale towards your right. A quick little side bend here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop down towards your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate backward as much as you can. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, swan back forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, releasing both hands. Stepping both feet back, 1 at a time. Coming into that high plank. Make sure your shoulders are stacked above your wrists. And exhale, bending at the elbows. Keep the elbows close to the body. We're going to inhale, flatten the feet onto your mat. Into cobra. Nice little back bend here. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Push the hips back and up toward the sky into that downward dog. Again, you can have a bend in the knee here. If you're feeling a little loosey-goosey this morning, try to bring those heels towards the mat and then slowly begin to walk forward to the top edge of your mat. Feet are still hip distance apart. Again, you can have a bend in the knee. We're going to inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, begin to rise. We're going to go into that flow 1 more time. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Picking up the speed just a little. Stepping back. 1 foot at a time. Exhale, bending the elbows. Inhale, flatten the feet. into cobra. Exhale, come on down, pushing the hips up and back towards the sky, and slowly begin to walk to the top edge of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, begin to rise, allowing the head to come up last, hands to heart center. I feel like my voice is just waking up. So I'm going to be going in and out, but it's okay. I'm going to exhale, release, and swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, release. This time we're going to sweep those hands forward and up, bringing those arms towards the ear. Slowly begin to bend the knees, dropping the hips down into chair pose. And holding here. Engaging that core. Engage that core. Tuck the tailbone in. Exhale. Bring both palms down and forward towards your mat. We're going to step back with that left foot first into our runner's lunge. Inhale, bring both arms up. Exhale, open up into warrior two. We're going to kind of go a little bit faster this morning into our flow. Exhale, flipping that front palm facing up towards the sky. Slowly start to dip back with that left hand, holding onto that left leg, reaching out with that right arm. Exhale, bringing that right elbow to the right knee and extending with that left arm. Keeping your gaze towards the sky. Inhale, come back into warrior two. Exhale, sweeping forward with that left, coming onto those left toes, bringing both arms up back into that warrior one, and bringing both palms down. Stepping back with that right foot. Exhale, bending at the elbows. Inhale, flatten the feet, come up into cobra. Exhale, come on down. Up, tuck the toes, push the hips back, and up towards the sky. Inhale, lift up with that left leg. Exhale, stepping forward into lunge. Inhale, step forward with the right. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, slowly begin to rise. Bringing the palms together, hands to heart center. Releasing, swan dive forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweeping those hands up and forward, dipping those hips down into that chair. Try to get a little bit lower if you can. Remember to engage that core. Tuck the tailbone in. Exhale, release. This time, stepping back with the right foot. You're going to inhale, sweeping those arms up toward the sky, that warrior one. Pivot that back foot, open up to warrior two. We're going to flip that front palm. Come on down with that right hand towards the right leg. Extending that left arm up and forward. Exhale, dropping that left elbow toward the left knee. Extending with that right arm. Keeping your gaze towards the sky. Inhale, come up into that warrior two. We're sweeping across the chest, turning our chest towards the front of the mat, pivoting those right toes, and exhaling, coming down with both palms. Step that left foot back, bending the elbows, flatten the feet, inhale, cobra. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, push the hips up and back. Inhale, lifting that right leg. Exhale, stepping forward. Inhale, step forward with the left. Feet are still hip distance apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, slowly begin to rise. Palms together. And slowly releasing both arms. We're coming back down into that forward fold. Inhale and flat back. Exhale, release. Now we're going to go into warrior 3. We're going to start by exhaling, stepping back with that left foot. Reach for your block or your books. You can place it as high as you need it to be, or stack as many books as you need to. So this is the tallest, this is the second tallest, and then this is the lowest. So wherever you feel you may need that height, we're going to inhale and start and stack that book or the books or block wherever you need it, maybe about 2 feet away from your right foot. In this warrior runner's pose, we're going to inhale, stepping onto that right foot, reaching back as if you're stepping on the wall behind you. Hips are facing down towards your mat. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can extend both arms out, or you can hold on to that block. It's okay if you fall, like I did. That's what the block's here for, to help support you. Now, slowly bringing just your right hand onto your block or books. You're going to shift, turn your hips towards the left side, extend with that left hand. You can turn your gaze towards the sky, or if you feel a little lightheaded or dizzy, or you need extra support, you keep your gaze towards the earth. And softly land back onto that left foot, coming into warrior 2. Exhale, dropping down that left hand. You can open up your stance if you need to. Extend with that right arm, dropping that right arm to the right knee, extending with the left arm. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. And we're going to come back into that warrior 3. We're going to step forward onto that right foot, reaching for our block. Hips are facing the left. Left arm is extended. And slowly dropping that left arm, turn your hips towards the mat. Make sure your hips are squared. And then step back onto that left foot. You can keep your block here, just move it slightly to the side. Stepping back with that right foot. We're going to exhale, come on down, bending the elbows. Inhale, this time come up to upward dog. Exhale, push the hips up toward the sky. Inhale, lift up with that right leg. Exhale, stepping forward. Inhale, step forward with the left. Bring both feet together. This time we're going to inhale, sitting our hips back into that chair pose. And then inhale and rise. Exhale, releasing both arms. Inhale, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink forward. Inhale, flat back. You might want to reach for your books or block. And this time, bring it over towards your left side. Exhale, release. Stepping back with that right foot. Again, stack it as high as you may need it. One side may feel different than the other, that's okay. We're going to shift our weight over to the left foot. Come up off those right toes. Again, you can extend both arms or hold on to your block. If you're extending both arms, bring your hands down to your block or book. Slowly begin to shift, turning your hips towards the right, extend with that right arm. Use that block or books for support. And slowly exhale, bringing that right foot down into warrior two. Exhale, sink that right hand onto that right leg. Inhale, bring that left elbow to the left knee and extend with the right. Inhale, come back into that warrior two pose. And we're going to exhale, extend and reach out for that block, shifting your weight into that left foot. Turn your gaze towards the right. Now bringing both hands down onto that block, bringing your hips facing the earth, and drop those right toes back into that runner's lunge. Placing both hands on your mat, step that left foot back. Exhale, come on down, bending the elbows. Inhale, lift up, upward dog. Nice back bend here. Exhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Inhale, left leg lift. Exhale, stepping forward. Inhale, step forward with the right, bringing both feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweeping the hands up and forward into that chair pose. Tucking the tailbone in, engaging the core. And inhale, straighten the legs, releasing the arms, hands heart centered. That was a little intense. We did some balancing, nice little flow there. So if you're a little out of breath, let's take this moment to catch our breath. Take a nice deep breath here. One more deep breath. Releasing both arms. Swan dive forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, release. Stepping both feet back. And we're going to hold here in a plank. High plank. If you ever start to feel like this may be a little bit more challenging than you can endure at the moment, you can drop your knees, or you can drop one knee and still engage that core. We're holding here for 2 more breaths. Now drop down onto the elbows. Engage that core. Again, you can drop down both knees, one knee, wherever you feel you might need that support. 2 more breaths. And slowly come on down. Stand up on the elbows, engaging the back core muscles. Keep your gaze straight ahead as we engage the core muscles in the back. We're all Sphinx pose. Making sure to keep the shoulders down. You don't want to scrunch up here. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to turn your gaze towards the left foot, or as much of it as you can see. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, turn your gaze towards the right foot or the right heel. Inhale, come back to center. Now placing both palms underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes, pushing the hips back, staying on the knees. You're gonna bring your two big toes together, open up your knees a little bit wider than hip distance apart, and sit the hips back. Into our chair pose. Bring the arms to the outside of both legs and allow your shoulders to drop. Two more breaths here. Now extending both arms forward. Inhale, bringing your head off the mat, walking your hands back towards your knees. Bringing your legs together. Come onto those sits bones. Extending with both legs forward. Removing any extra flesh. Making sure your back is nice and tall. And I'd like to demonstrate with the strap, just in case someone needs to see it. But if you don't have a strap or you don't feel the need to use one because you're quite flexible, that's okay. So if you need a strap or a belt, just place it at the soles of the feet, making sure your back is nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, start to hinge at the hips. So coming forward, once you feel some curvature in your back, that's where you want to stop. So even if you're here, that's okay. You hold on to your strap, keep holding on as far as you can. And if you go beyond the strap, you can release it and reach for those toes, the soles of the feet, until you reach your limits. Take a nice deep breath here. On each exhale, try to deepen the stretch. This is probably my favorite pose. It's really intimate. One more breath here. And exhale, slowly releasing, walking the hands back or releasing your strap, moving that to the side. We're gonna bring the soles of our feet together in a bound angle pose. So if you're like me, your hips are a little tight, this is where you can use your block or a blanket actually. You can use something to help lift the hips. Placing your soles of your feet together, bringing your hands towards your ankles. Hands wrapped around your ankles. And I'll actually turn the face to you guys. As we hold here, take some nice deep breath and just start to bounce those legs. Just to say, hello, hips, good morning, we're here. And then come back to stillness. If you're feeling quite flexible and open this morning, you can start to come forward. Try to bring your head towards your feet. And then wherever you are, slowly start to release those legs. Remove that block. And then slowly come onto your back. We're going to inhale both legs into the chest. Hug it into the body. Start to rock from side to side. Coming back to stillness. Releasing that left leg. Just hold on to that right. Now releasing that right hand, extend the right arm to your right side and slowly shift that right knee across the body towards the left for a spinal twist. Turn your gaze towards the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, releasing that leg. Inhale, bringing the left knee in towards the chest. Releasing that left arm, extend the left arm out. Shifting that left knee across the body towards the right. Turn your gaze towards the left shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in, come back to center. One last time, hug both knees in towards the chest. Bringing your forehead towards the knees, tuck the chin. And slowly releasing all the limbs, palms facing up as we come into our final pose. As always, I like to suggest if you're watching this later on your own time, to take this moment to pause the video for a longer, deeper Shavasana. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Take a nice deep breath in and extend both arms above the head for a full body stretch. Rolling over to your right side, using your right elbow to support the head and neck. Pressing into that left palm, coming up into a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, bringing the hands together at heart center. Coming back to the breath. One final check-in with the mind and the body. As we take one deep breath together, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Releasing all the air from the lungs. Take a nice deep breath in. Holding at the top. And release. As always, thank you again for joining me for this morning's yoga practice. I appreciate your time and your presence. Please have a wonderful and amazing weekend. Namaste.